It's so dark this morning. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hi, my name is Liz. Today we are going to be starting a fun video. This is going to be a travel vlog and a reading vlog at the same time. So I'm going on a trip. I am going to Tacoma, Washington to visit my brother. He plays baseball out there. So I'm going with my parents and we're going to go and see him and catch some baseball games. And I'm really excited. I went to Seattle a few summers ago and I really liked it out there. It's really beautiful and just a really cool place to visit. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of reading done, especially on the flight and just to and from games or places that we're visiting. I don't really know. I actually don't know much about what we're doing except that we're gonna be watching a lot of baseball. But I wanted to share what I started listening to. So I started listening to an audiobook yesterday, and that is The Catch. Oh, it's really hard to see that with this lighting. There we go. It's following two twin sisters whose mother went missing when they were younger. It's years in the future. They are both now, I want to say like in their 30s. One of the sisters is a successful author and the other is more of like a recluse. And one of the sisters sees what she thinks is her mother out on the street one day, and it's like a younger version of her mom. It's like if her mom stopped aging when she went missing. She believes it's their mother. The other sister has doubts, and it just kind of goes from there. So it's a little bit of a mystery, but also just like seeing them. I want to say there's gonna be a lot of coming to terms with the fact that their mother went missing, because there was never any proof that their mother was dead. There was a body, but that they assumed was their mother. So I think that'll be really interesting to see this mystery, but also it's like a childless version of their mom. So you almost get to see two different paths of what her life would have looked like if she had children or if she didn't. I'm only like 30-ish pages in, technically audio like 10% or something like that. And then the first book that I'm gonna be reading physically on the flight is Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. I've heard really great things about this book. It's following the younger sister of one of the main characters in a different Ali Hazelwood book, and it's an age gap romance between the younger sister and the brother's best friend. So I'm really excited because I remember seeing glimpses of these two characters in that other Ali Hazelwood book, and I've always been curious about their story or if they would get one. I'm not a big fan of age gap romances. To me, it seems very icky in some ways, like because of the power dynamic, but I've heard really great things about this one from people who don't like age gap romances. So very excited. So this will be the first physical book that I'm reading. I'm gonna take you guys along with me. We'll see what kind of footage I get on this trip. I honestly don't know what to expect because, like I said, all I know for sure that we're doing on this trip is going to baseball games. We'll see what happens. I have a half day at work and then driving straight from there to the airport. Then we will be on our way. Finally, I can update. Last night on the flight, I finished Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. I think I'm settling on a 4 stars for this book. The main reason why I loved this book, I love all of Ali Hazelwood's books and her writing style. It's very bingeable and just easy to fly through. I feel like the characters always have great banter and chemistry and everything. This one, I felt like it was so great up until like the last little chunk of this book. I didn't love how much they talked about their ages and like him being older than her and there being a power dynamic. The amount of times that they talked about that in this book, it seemed unnecessary. I want to forget that there's an age gap and also like try to make it normalized, but this book they kept bringing it up. So that was one thing that I immediately did not like. I didn't love that about this one. Also towards the end, I feel like when they did finally admit their feelings for each other, it felt like it escalated very quickly. And I know that they were already friends like before they went to this wedding together. It sort of made sense, but also sort of didn't. It just felt like it escalated. It went from 0 to 100 very quickly, and I didn't love that. But I did love this couple. I loved seeing the flashbacks. You get flashbacks of when they first officially had a conversation, like when she was an adult, them getting to know each other as a person. I really enjoyed those flashback scenes. I'm thinking I want a 4-star with this book, but this morning we went and got coffee with my brother and sister-in-law. I kind of forgot to start filming when we were at the coffee shop. We hung out there for a while, and then we went to get lunch with my sister-in-law by the water, and it was beautiful. It was so pretty. My brother left to go to the baseball field, and then after that we went to a bookstore called King's Books. I really enjoyed going in there. I did purchase the Book of Purrs. This was a no-brainer. I kind of had to buy this. It looks just like Milo and Murphy. So the next book, I want to share the next book that I will be reading on this trip, and that is The Love Haters by Catherine Center. This will actually be my first book by her that I'm reading. You're following our main character, who I believe she's in like video production. She ends up taking a job in Key West to interview and record or video a Coast Guard rescue swimmer, something like that. I don't know, but she doesn't know how to swim. So I think that'll be a really fun quirk about her and in this story. So I don't know much else besides that, but I'll update whenever I have more updates, but that's where I'm at. And then I have been listening to The Catch as an audiobook, and I am probably like 40% into that audiobook, and I'm just confused. I feel like the chapters, you're bouncing between 3 different perspectives. You're bouncing between the 2 different twin sisters, and then you're also getting weird scenes of, I think it's the sister's book, or it could be the mom's perspective. I honestly don't know. So that book, I'm just very lost. And I think that's probably because I'm listening to it, and it probably would be better being read physically. The rest of the day, we're kind of chilling for like an hour, and then we're gonna go to a baseball game. It's been really fun. It's beautiful here, and it's like in the 60s, and it's just beautiful weather. When back home, it's like a heat warning. Truly, truly thriving right now. Good morning. It is our last full day here, and so I didn't film much yesterday. We also didn't do as much as I thought, so I didn't really have much to film. We went and got coffee in the morning, and then we went and got lunch together, and then after lunch we went up to this point. It's called, I don't know if it's Point Ruston or what, but it's like just like the edge of the water, and it's where there's like a lot of seals, and people have talked about seeing orcas up there. So we went up there and we did see a lot of seals, which was really cool. Came back to the hotel, hung out a little bit, and then went to the game. That was pretty much the entire day yesterday. I wanted to give a quick update. I've been reading a little bit more of The Love Haters. I'm almost 100 pages in at this point. I'm enjoying it. I do really like Catherine Center's writing. I feel like it's very quirky. Our main character, she is in Key West filming a promotional video for the Coast Guard, and she doesn't know how to swim. So Hutch, which is the brother of one of her superiors, he works for the Coast Guard, and he is teaching her how to swim, while also she is doing the promotional video of him. It's very messy. She knew who he was when she got there, but he didn't know who she was. Now they do, and I don't know. It's just funny. Like, she could get fired because she doesn't know how to swim, and that's like a big no-no. He's definitely a more, I wouldn't say grumpy, but just quiet character. Anyways, that's the update for the book. We're gonna try to go to another bookstore today, and maybe I'll get another book because I feel like I'm not gonna have enough to read on the flight home. I will give another update when I feel like I can. And I have updates. I was not able to film a whole lot our travel day back. It was just flying on the plane, then me driving 2 hours to get back here, and it was late. It is the next day after that. But I wanted to update and share all the books that I officially finished on my vacation. I did finish The Love Haters by Catherine Center on the flight home. I ended up rating this 3.5 stars. It was a very quirky book. Some of the things were cute and sweet, but then some of the things were a little bit like borderline cringy. I still really enjoyed the story. I really liked watching our main character and her connection with the main guy. The whole time you're just learning about both of them and like some of their past traumas, and they opened up to each other. They became friends first, which I really liked, and it felt like she was seeing a different side to Hutch than everyone else sees. But towards the end, like, it just got a little messy. It felt like we were following a lot of different plots, and like a lot of tropes were thrown in there. It felt very unnecessary. It felt like there were issues that were thrown in there that shouldn't have been an issue to begin with. I don't know, it just got really messy, and it felt like not everything was very cohesive towards the end. I still enjoyed it and I still would definitely recommend this. This is a great summer read. I felt like I was in Florida, and that's all I could ask for, especially on a vacation read. And then I did finish an audiobook, and that is The Catch. I just don't even know what to say about this book. I think I'm settling on a 2.5 stars, and that is because I was so confused the entire time while I was listening to this story. And I think that was my own fault. That was my downfall, is listening to it as an audiobook. There's too much going on. There's too many different points of view that you're bouncing between in different chapters, and it's not very clear through the audio. It didn't all click up in here. Also, the ending, what did I actually just listen to? I had to go back and look at it, and I still don't understand what happened at the end of this book. I don't feel like I can fully recommend this book, mainly because I don't really know what I read. That's where I'm at. I feel like I need to look up like a Cliff Notes version of this book to fully understand what happened. And that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me on my vacation and getting to see some of my vacation reads that I was reading. It was really fun. I really enjoyed going on this trip. Got to see my brother, visit with him. I don't see him that often, so that was really nice. And then also just getting to spend time with my family. And I really enjoyed, for the most part, the books that I read on this trip. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Happy reading. Bye.